Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The first, let me introduce myself. My name is Mayang Sari Ibrahim, a student of Class B, English Department in Madako University. In here, I will share some of my opinion about the education system during a pandemic of COVID-19. Before we entered the current education system, at first we all know together that in the era of 2020, we already know the name coronavirus, which has been designated a pandemic on March 11, 2020 by World Health Organization. However, we must be aware of this insight. It's an important lesson that we really have to prepare ourselves in any situation and condition, because what has happened now is something that we never expect and not something we want. Then, looking at the current situation and condition of the education system has different impact and opinions about this learning process is that learning does not work effective because many students complain about the internet network connection, which sometimes gets error. Is what happens nowadays, so that many students cannot take part in the lessons, and sometimes what is conveyed or explained by the lecturer regarding the material becomes unclear, and there may be some students who cannot understand the explanation if it's only done online. Of course, the student needs to explain directly or face-to-face. Then, with a learning process like this, there must be a lecturer who only provides material or assignment without being given a legal explanation regarding the material or assignment given. It does not rule out the possibility that there are students who understand and there are also students who do not understand or even do not at all. So, in my opinion, it is better to do direct or face-to-face learning compared to online. And it is not uncommon for some students to complain that they do not have internet quota or expensive internet quota. This is very burdensome for people who have an economic disadvantage, so that the online learning process becomes less effective. And then, if I'm asked how to performance between the lecture in classroom and online class, I think same. But in online class, if the networking error, sometimes I can hear what the lecturer say or what the lecture explanation about material or segment. I can hear what she saying, and then that is distinguished between performance of lecture in classroom and online class. But it is to do direct or face-to-face learning compare online class. So my hope is to keep praying that this pandemic will end quickly so that we can do our activity as before. There is no longer an online learning process like this. And my hope is that the government of the Ministry of Education and Culture can facilitate the current situation of students, at least by providing an internet quota, and just it. I think the government must be facilitate about this, about internet quota for student learning, daring. I think just it from me. More and less, I apologize if there is a word error. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.